Hi, welcome to another session on body language. As we saw, body language plays an important role in our life and the way we communicate to people. It helps us to understand them and helps us to express more better what our intentions are or what our thoughts are. So, decoding body language is an art and skill which you need to learn as you start working onto it. It is not just a theory based, it is something that you have to put your conscious effort and you do it aware, knowingly, not something that is going to come back of the hand. Because all these years we might be practicing a body language which is might be negative to somebody else and we were not even aware of those things. All right, so decode your body language, try to understand what you do, why you do, and what is that you're trying to convey to people. And also it helps you when you're consciously observing somebody else, it lets you understand what they are trying to communicate to you, right? So body language is a non-verbal communication which we are going to look into today. So we would be covering types of body language, micro expressions, importance in communications, common body language mistakes, tips for positive body language, and a conclusion in the summary. All right, so let's get into the session. So body language is a form of non-verbal communication, which includes your facial expressions, your gesture, that is your hand movement, the way you stand, the way you look, the way you position yourself, and also the other physical cues. That is the way you keep your legs, whether you're keeping your legs apart, whether you're keeping your legs crossed, whether you're standing very arrogantly with your hands pocket, etc. Or it could also be you're standing there very humble and waiting somebody to come and talk to you. It plays a crucial role in conveying your emotions, conveying your intentions, you're there, and also your attitude. So watch yourself. Maybe you could use a mirror or a recording method. You could do right now. You could record or mirror yourself, keep a selfie stick or a phone someplace and do a recording to do self-analysis how or what kind of body language you're portraying to somebody, maybe for your business or interview or even with your relationships. All right, try that. So, in types of body language, first is your face. We all have beautiful faces. We are not Aishwarya Roy or Shushmita Sen, but yes, each one of us are unique. Each one of us are beautiful in our own ways. So your face, our face, is so powerful that it can express, it can show so many emotions within a small time frame. We can cry, we can smile, we can frown, we can show we are irritated, we can show we are whooping up, what not. Your eyes speak for yourself. That is the reason whenever you find somebody in love, they are eye locked. They lock their eyes, their gazes are locked, and they literally are lost in each other's having a conversation in their own virtual world, right? So your eyes speak for yourself. Your face, your muscles, your facial muscles, your cheeks, the way you speak, the way you smile, the way you express, your eyebrows, every single detail on your face shows what you mean. If I'm going to present here and I'm going to say, okay, this is what I'm doing. Okay, I don't like. I'm going to do this. Oh, this is what body language is. This is what I'm going to do. Does it look good? Maybe not. I definitely would find someone to be enthusiastic in order to talk to you, in order to show the difference to you, right? So your facial gesture should be good. Make sure that you are presentable. You need not put on makeup. You need not go to the parlors or salon to do a lot of routines, but basic skincare and your diet and also having good sleep with your right mindset, your face, your eyes, your skin will speak for itself how motivated and how important you are. Okay, so work on your gestures, work on your facial expressions. And when it comes to gestures, the way you speak with your hand also is an important factor to judge you or try to understand with you. Like, for example, you find people with arts or theater kind of background, they would use their hands to express a lot of things because that's how they come from that particular background. Or if you're a trainer like me, I would be using something where my elbows are close to my body and just from my elbow to my hands moving, so that within this frame I'm able to show you or express with you and try to connect with you. Okay, so I would use that. But if you speak to someone else who's in the meeting and maybe the person is a director or in a higher positions, you would find them to be just straight, make sure that the composure is very high and only their vocal verbal communications would be notified. So each one's gesture, each one's way of communicating, the styles would differ, but make sure you do pick up the cues as you are watching them out. Posture, your body posture. If you see in this slide, the body posture here shows very casual and very relaxed, with one leg in the back, it's bent, and she's even wearing a very casual dress. And the people who are standing, this person's leg is towards her. It could show that this person is showing interest in her conversation or is paying attention to what she is doing or what she is trying to say. Okay, so even the way you stand, the way your feet or your shoes are pointing to makes one understand what their intentions are. Like, for example, you're standing in front and another friend of yours is standing with one leg this side and one leg this side. It means either they love you too much, like, for example, this is you, and the other person's both the legs are this way. Okay, this way, maybe you could see it shows that they love you and they are trying to take care of you and they are very possessive or they're over caring about you. But if this person is also standing like this straight to straight, they mean business, they're focusing on whatever you're trying to say, they're here for communication. And the gap between both also would explain and can show what kind of a relationship both are there. If you're standing a little bit apart, maybe just one hand length. Always in business or in any kind of formal relationship, it is advised that you stand one hand length apart from the other person's body. That gives a sense of comfort. That is you're in the safe zone, and the other person is also safe zone. You do not get taken in a negative manner if you're standing and talking to them very closely. If you're not following this one handling, watch out. Okay, so that is like a circle. Okay, even in schools, when we talk about body language and bullying and bad touch, good touch, we always advise the children to stand one hand length circle radius, so nobody shouldn't be close to them in that way, so the children are also kept safe. And even if they feel somebody is getting closer within that circle of one hand length, they need to inform the teacher or the parent that they're not comfortable somebody else is coming inside that space, because that one hand length circle around you, the circumference or the circle around you, is your body space. Okay, so make sure that posture has a lot of a beautiful topics that we can discuss. We can have a session on that later on. So, and there's also something called open posture, closed posture. Open posture is when somebody is giving you the cues that they're ready to talk to you. Like, they're setting up the seat and they're ready to listen to you. They're paying attention. They come forward. That is open posture. They are ready to listen to you. They're ready to communicate. Something that you're saying is interesting to them. If they are not interested, they're closed. Okay, they might go back. They might start swaying in the chair, or they might look at something else. They might even look at the phone, or their body automatically goes into a crossed position where the body and the brain signals that done, I'm enough. I don't want to hear you out, or I don't want to talk to you more. Or even people looking somewhere else but the person who's conveying. Okay, so postures play a lot of important role on this aspect. Watch where you are going wrong, or what is that you're doing. In case you have any doubts, you could get back to me always. Micro expressions. These are something that we might be doing. As I said, we are like what 20s or 80-year-old, and all our practices we might have been doing could mean a negative impact, and we are not doing it consciously. Could be that it's a practice that we picked up during school, or nobody corrected us, could be anything. But make sure that you start focusing on your behavior, on the way you speak, on the way you interact, on the way you express, maybe not on phone, but on meetings, virtual meetings, or physical interactions, physical meetings, physical presentations, etc. You could definitely play a lot of role in your micro expressions. Okay, so do express. There are certain people who have they have muscle stiffness. They could have a kind of a restless muscle syndromes where the facial muscles involuntarily starts flickering, or they are not able to smile, or they're not able to communicate. They would have stiff jaw due to a liver issue, or they could be different things. If in case you're having a medical issue and you're not able to express, please convey it to the person whom you're talking to, so that they do not mistake you for someone you are not. All right. So just inform them, I'm sorry, please pardon me. This is how I speak, and I have a tongue tie, or I'm not able to express this particular word. This is how I am. You could openly tell, and that would be appreciated in any country or any kind of platform you're going to talk about. Being honest of what you can do and what you are not able to do. All right. So watch out, be truthful, and try to modify on your micro expressions as much as you can. Importance in communications, as we already said, there are more than words. They say about 70% of the communication is effective is non-verbal. So whatever you're trying to convey, maybe half of you people are looking at me rather than what's on the slide. So you would be seeing how my facial expressions are suiting and matching the way I use my tone, right? Even the tone and your facial expressions and the context should match. So you would be noticing on that. Few people who are really auditory would be listening, paying attention to how my tone goes towards I talk. People who are visual learners would be looking into the PowerPoint presentation, and the others would be looking into combination of the whole video. Thank you for that. Building rapport. Okay, importance in communication. Building rapport is something that many of us fail to do. With the fast-growing technology, we have virtual barriers among us. With the phone in hand, we forget who's sitting right next to me or what's happening in our house. I see a lot of heads nodding there. So that is kind of stopping our rapport building at home, because we bring work home and few of us are working from home. We forget to spend time with our children. We forget to spend time with our elders. We forget to spend time with the person who is giving his time to you or her time to you. Do not make a statement or saying that, oh, I'm free in the morning, you can call me that time. That's not how a relationship works. That's for business approval and appointment. If you're in a serious relationship, your rapport building is really important, okay? And with your clients, with your consultants, with your employees, or with your team members, staying in a cordial relationship every week. You could catch up on them, maybe not in the depth of personal communication, but yeah, hey, hi, how are you doing? Hope everything is good. So just letting them know that you care for them and you are there for them, it gives a sense of wanting and dedication towards the organization. So these are the few tips that you could take up in rapport building. And detecting deception. This I wanted to put in because we have been getting a lot of coaching and a lot of sessions and discussions for in relationships. Okay, so there are a few cues that you could pick up in advance or even beforehand. You really land up being rejected or being cheated. So observing the person's behavior, observing the way they speak to you, the way they carry the body language, the way they interact with you, and even how they handle the phones or how they handle their, the way they walk around, anything wrong with the way they look at you, the facial expressions, all these cues can really tell you that the person has changed or not. Okay, so those things make a lot of difference. You could always, look into that aspect, and if needs support, you could ping us back. All right. So common body language mistakes we all do is, we don't look them in the eye. Okay, so for example, right now you're in front of me, and I've been looking at you. Maybe the glass is not there. I'm looking at you, but as you're looking at me and talking, would it be nice if I look there, or if I'm going to talk to you having my phone in hand and like, yeah, okay, yeah, yeah, okay, yeah. Does it look good? No, it does not. It makes the other person feel unwanted. It makes them feel unheard. There could be issues, you know, dripping down in your relationship. Maybe it's a cordial or a formal relationship or a personal relationship. Make sure you do an eye contact. You don't have to stare into them or gaze into them, but have an eye contact to see what is happening inside them. Because nowadays, kids are also very smart for the parents out there. Kids hide a lot of things. And until unless you look into their eye, you're able to pick up things that are not good for them. All right, what they are undergoing. So look into the eye. It makes a lot of difference. Just a few seconds, and then you could get back to your work, or you could just look at them, how they are and how their day was, and you could pick up the cues that they are trying to give. Crossed arms. Do not be at any cost in crossed arms. Like, we have seen even people who are experienced trainers or even experienced people, professions, they are very confident. They think that I'm confident, and they're like having the broad shoulders up and the crossed arms. Sorry, that's not the way we want you to talk. We want you to be relaxed. We want you to communicate to us, because our brain takes up the signal when you're crossed arm. Either we are cold, we are feeling cold, the environment around us is cold, or I'm cold from this relationship, I'm done with this, I have put a wall here and I'm making myself cozy and I'm prioritizing me, not you. So avoid cross arms. Do not do that. It can give you a defensive look for the person who's talking, and also fidgeting. Fidgeting, until unless you're an idiot, or until unless you have a nervous deformity, or you're having restless leg syndromes, unless there's a medical reason for it, you could always avoid fidgeting. Like, instead of having your phone or you have a ball or something or the other, best would be if you're a person who gets stressed too fast and you start fidgeting. There are certain small yellow balls, we'll call the stress balls. You could have them. They come in different sizes. So you can try using them. At least your hand muscles will start working out better. So you could try that. And also the other person gets the message that you are stressed and you need a break. Okay, it's widely acceptable. In fact, in corporates and in different places, they use the stress ball method to let out their frustration, let out the stress, let out the body cues that they are under pressure. Okay, so stop fidgeting, but use something else which is more useful for you in terms of releasing your stress or showing that you're not interested. And then the tips, what you could do is, for the previous slide, maintain eye contact, smile. When you smile, the blood flow in your face, in your whole body, gives you a different glow, which no cosmetic can replace. Make sure to drink water, enough water, not over drinking. Make sure to let the outlet go. Eat well, eat right, sleep well. It's not a rule that you have to sleep 8 hours or 6 hours. Be comfortable that you're feeling fresh, okay? Because each one's body is different. And smile. One thing, the first, communication workshop I attended when I was a school kid. My trainer was Mr. Krishnamurthy, I believe. We used to call him Kicha. Kicha always told, whenever you feel down, whenever you feel stressed, okay, just breathe, inhale and exhale, lift up your shoulders, lift up your chin, bring that smile, and try to bring a spring in your steps. Okay, if you do this 10 times, automatically your body language and your mindset resets to itself and goes to a positive. So smile a lot, have that straight shoulder. Life is more beautiful ahead. Do not worry about what things happened in the past, and go ahead with good postures. Understand what you're doing wrong. You could record. You could also share me the recording of your body language, and you feel that you want to correct them, the postures and the way based on your profession. We could help out. We could talk about those things. Okay, make sure that you reflect confidence in whatever business you are doing, whatever profession you are from, and also mirroring. Subtly mirroring the other person's body language is one trick. You could start off like you're speaking to someone and you like them and you want to create the first impression, right? So you could start mirroring the techniques, like they smile and you return a smile, they look at you, you could look at them, not in the other way, but trying to make yourself comfortable and make the other person also feel comfortable. It's all trial and error. All right, try the mirroring technique. You could look more into that, or you could always come back to me and have a talk. We can definitely have a secretive chit chat. Thank you for this session. I hope it was useful and you were able to work on your body language. These are the basic body language techniques that one needs to know and understand, and how important it plays in being you. Because remember, you're the only person in this world and you cannot be replaced. At work, you are replaceable, but not in your personal life, not with your kids. Maybe even with your relationship, you could be replaced. But you're important. You're here for a particular purpose. Make sure you do your duty well and with self-care, self-love, and respect for yourself. Your body language will show people how to treat you the way you treat yourself. But it does not mean to show arrogance or overconfidence. There's a slight balance, so try to work on those things. Feel free to connect with us for more sessions on emotion coaching, body language, professionalism, and even in case you have certain blocks in any of these segments on work-life balance, please feel free to connect with us. I'm Anitha from Career Cognizance. I'm an NLP mindfulness practitioner. I would do my best to help you out. Take care. See you in the next session. Till then, bye-bye.